Hi guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things Monday to makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I am bringing you my March update to the Beauty A to Z project pan. So if you want to see the progress that I have made on all of these products, let's go ahead and just get on into it. Alright, so I am filming this early, so there will still be a few uses on these products in February, but I wanted to just go ahead and film this now because I have quite a few changes and I need to get this situated. So, weight changes will be on the screen and all of that goodness. So for the letter A, I have my ABH Stick Foundation, which, let me get out my highlighter of justice and my marking highlighters. So sorry. And this is the ABH stick. It's listed as a highlight, but it's in the shade Banana. That is the shade there. I've been using it as a foundation mixer mostly. I have a 25 use goal on it. That is what is left. I used it 9 times in January and 5 times in February. So let's see if we can make a new mark. Wrong way. Yeah, a little bit. Let me go ahead and show you guys where our new mark. We made a little bit of progress. Not too shabby. Like I said, I've been using other things. Mainly the other foundation in this project because I've been making fantastic progress on it. But there's where we were, there's where we are now. I'm happy with that. I honestly think that's something that as soon as I hit my goal on it, I will be decluttering it. But 'tis what it is. Then we have for the letter B, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have mine in the shade 2 Neutral. I used it 7 times in January and 7 times in February. So I hope you can see right here. Will you focus on not the shiny? Right there. We have windowing because it's an airless pump, so it's going to suck everything down to the pump. And there's some windowing starting, so honestly, I think this will go pretty quickly. If this isn't an empty for next update, I think it'll be an empty for May. And I do not love this foundation. I don't love the shade. The formula of it, I think, is really nice. I do think it's a really pretty finish, but I just don't love the shade. So I'm really trying to just get that out because my goal on that is to finish that. Next for C, we had the ColourPop Find the Book Single Shadow, which looks like this now. I had repressed it. This is already a new pan. I used this 7 times in January and 5 times in February. I'm wearing it today, actually. My goal is to finish it. Okay, it smells fine. It's just, it's crumbling really badly in here. So every time I use it, there's chunks of it that, I can't use. So this might be gone next update. Again, if not, I think this will be an empty for May. So that could be exciting. Then we have rollouts. We have finished items, which is always exciting. For the letter D, we have the Dream shade of the Pink Lips Balm. That is it rolled all the way up. It scrapes my lips. And I did not enjoy this balm enough to scrape it out and continue to use it. So, she gone. And I used that as I throw things. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I used it 24 times in January and 3 times in February to finish it on February 3rd. So that guy is done. All right. And next, for the letter E, we also have another rollout. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I can't get that last tiny bit out of there, but it's done. This I used 5, 10, 15, 19 times in January and just twice in February to finish it on the 3rd as well. So I did not enjoy this. I do like the mister. I do love how fine the mist is, but the spray itself I did not enjoy. I do not think that this is a dupe for the Urban Decay All-Nighter. I wouldn't purchase this, but it's fine. I used it, and she gone. F was already done last update. For G, we have from the Bloom Natasha Denona palette. I am working on this shade here, which is the Glow Extreme. And I want to hit pan on it. Which I don't know if that's going to happen. I used it once in January, and I've used it once in February. Because my issue with it is, it's not very bright. And then mixing it with the shade next to it does not help, even though they're pretty. So this might be something that I end up decluttering, because I don't see myself getting a lot of use out of this. So if I do that, I'll have to pick another item for the letter G. But for right now, I'm going to try to make it work. We'll see. That's a we'll see. But right now, I have 2 uses. For H. So, originally, because we have a substitution, it was this RMS blush in the shade Hanky Panky. I love this color. I cannot get this blush to work for me at all. I have tried every kind of brush that I have, and I can't get it to work for me. So I love the color, but I can't get with the formula. I just can't do it. So I used it 4 times in January. I had a 50 use goal on it, trying to get that guy to work, but not doing it. So for H, I rolled in, this is from ColourPop, and it is one of their glowing lips, and it's in the shade Highland Avenue. So that looks like this. It's beautiful. And I put a 25 use goal on it, and I've used it twice in February. So there's our H substitution. For I, we have Il Maquillage Bootylicious. Love that. That is what this looks like. Gorgeous. I do love this. But I've only used it once in January and once in February. To be fair, I am working on a lot of projects and a lot of products. I do really love this blush. I do. It is gorgeous. So I just need to prioritize using this. For J, we have from Jeffree Star. This is the Supreme Frost in the shade Diamond Wet. I've been focusing right here in the center of the star. So I have a 50 use goal on this, and I used it 4 times in January and twice in February. I really like this one. It is very glittery, but I love it. It's very pretty. I don't think I'll have a problem with this, because what would I have to do? Let me do the math. How many times, because that's why I put 50 use goals, because I did the math, but I don't remember. So 50 uses divided by 12 months. So I'd have to use it 4 times a month, approximately. to hit my goal by the end of the year. So in February, I slacked a little bit, but I did get 4 uses in January. But I'm also filming early, so I might hit my 4 use goal by the end of February. So, yeah. So anything with a 50 use goal, I gotta use it 4 times a month, basically. That's good to know. Because I know that that's why I put that as a goal, but I don't remember, you know? So for K, we have another substitution. That was originally the Kiko Milano highlight stick in the shade Gold 100. I used it once, hated it. Had a 50 use goal on it. It's just, it was like you didn't even put it on. And the more and more you layered it up, one, it didn't get brighter. It didn't help illuminate anymore. It just got thicker. I have another cream highlighter, literally same shade, so much brighter, and it illuminates better. So I decluttered that. But for K, I am bringing in this K Voss bronzer, and this is in the shade Chelsea. It is a powder bronzer, and I'm bringing this in for 25 uses. And I have not used it yet because I have 2 other powder bronzers I'm working on. One just has a usage goal, so as soon as I get that one with the usage goal out, I'm going to work on that one because you'll see this one in a second. So for L, we have the Love Glow palette from Natasha Denona. I'm just working on the palette as a whole. I can dip into anything. So, here, maybe that'll also help. There we go. I have a 50 use goal. I used it 6 times in January, and I've used it 4 times so far in February. I love this shade. It is my most used shade. I've dipped into these, I think, once or twice, and I do not really use this shade. But I find I can't use these highlighters by themselves. I have to mix them to get the highlight that I want, but I love this blush. So again, with this, I need to figure out if I have a dupe for this cream blush, which I'm sure I do, because if I do, this is also a palette I could declutter because I don't love the highlights and I really don't use the Super Glow. And these are cream products, so like they could get honed somewhere else. For M, we have a rollout because it's a finish. This was the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. She is done. I love this. I love that primer so much. It took only 5 uses. I finished that back on January 25th, my mom's birthday. Lovely primer. We have another finish. We have the NYX Pressed Powder. She gone. I finished this so quickly. I loved this powder. It's the Can't Stop, Won't Stop mattifying powder, and I have the shade Fair. So I have a pressed powder that I'm working on right now, and I have one more pressed powder. But I don't know if the one I have in a backup is going to work for me. It looks really dark. I got it from BoxyCharm. So it might not be the right shade. I would wholesale repurchase this. This was gorgeous and wonderful, and I loved it so very much. It took 5, 10, 15, 20 uses, and I finished it on the 28th of January. And next for the letter O, we have the Ofra Mini Mix Palette, and it's the Good to Go one. So it looks like this. I have used every shade in this except the mint currently, which honestly I could have popped the mint on for this look, but I didn't think about it. So I'll tell you, the bronzer I like. Oh, and also I want to get 50 uses on this. I have 16 uses. 9 of them were from January. 7 of them were from February. So the bronzer I like. It's pigmented. It's a nice shade. It's my most used in the whole palette is the bronzer. The blush, though it's a pretty shade, it's extremely hard pressed, so it makes it a little hard to use. The highlight's pretty. I'd keep it. I love a good O for a highlight. I usually just swirl my finger directly in the center, and I think it's really pretty. So, both of these shimmers are garbage. They have no shine. They have no shimmer. They're extremely dark. I do prefer the rose gold one if I had to pick one, but I do not like them. This is a fine setting shade. It works. It's fine. It's got the tiniest bit of sparkle in it. This is a really nice orange. I like the color, but it was patchy and it's hard pressed. This, I loved the color, but again, hard pressed, so you really have to get in there. And I just don't like that. That is, because I could care less about kick up in a pan. I don't like when something is so hard pressed that I have to dig into the shadow to get it. So the only thing I've really enjoyed from the palette is the bronzer and this shade, and then the highlight's fine, but it's an O for highlight, so of course it's good. So yeah, I'm ready to hit my 50 uses on that guy too. Next, we have the letter P. This is another one that's getting substituted. We had the Physicians Formula bronzer that I wanted to finish. I got pretty close. This has, I don't even know what you would say. I feel like it oxidized because it's literally orange now. It is straight up, it's still a beautiful creamy texture. Doesn't smell, but it is now just orange. And it doesn't look that orange for you guys. Of course it doesn't. But oh my god, is it orange? I need a new makeup wipe. And my issue with that is I never want to wear it because it doesn't look right. It ruins my makeup looks because it's orange. So I'm decluttering it. I've had it for a while. It is a cream product. I'm going to take that. I think I did a really good job. I think that I got my money's worth. So that guy's getting decluttered. Let me grab my marker here. But I did get 17 uses out of it before I decided, like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Before the letter P, I rolled in, is it this one? The Professional NYX lipstick, because it says professional makeup on it. And this is in the shade Unhooked, which is this beautiful cool toned color. And I have 25 uses on this. Have not used it yet, but 25 use goal. Next we have for Q, and that is the NYX Vivid Rich liner in the shade Quartz Queen. It's in my waterline today. It's like an off pinky white. I want to finish this. We are at 20 uses. 5 of them are from February, 15 are from January. So let's roll her up because I just did the other day. That is all that is left. So again, this is one that I think could be a May rollout. It is currently now the only eyeliner I'm working on. I was working on 2 others, but now it's the only eyeliner I'm working on at the moment. So, let me fix that. For S, we have another empty. That is the setting powder from ColourPop. That is where we were last month, and I finished it. It took 17 uses. All of them were in January. I finished it on the 28th. So that guy was done. This is the No Filter powder. I liked this. I did not like this as much as the No Filter pressed powder. But it was nice. It was good. Fine. For tea, we have the TYS shade lipstick from Milani, which looks like this. It is my favorite nude. There's hair. It's on my lips today to like grayish out the green that I'm wearing. I want to finish this because I've never finished a lipstick before. I have 4 uses in January and 4 uses in February. So let's see, can we make a new line? We can. Look at me go. All right. Let me put the cap on things. Jeez. So, there's where we were. There's where we are. Not the biggest jump, but a jump nonetheless. Next, we have the letter U, and that is the Uoma by Sharon C. I have the bronzer in here. I'm hoping you can see the dip in the center where I put my sponge. I really don't know how deep the pan is, but my goal on this is to hit pan. Cool, and I just did on accident, so we're gonna fix that. Try to. Just dug my nail into it. Well, I'm not too far from pan, so this will be a goal met for next update. I've used this 16 times, and 8 of them were in January, so then 8 of them were in February. For goodness gracious, I was about to black that out. For V, we have the Velvet Mousse Lip Liner from Hard Candy. It's in the shade Red. I think I've had to sharpen it once. I'll put this over here so maybe I can grab a photo from the last update. But I've used it once in January and once in February. It has a 25 use goal. For W, that is the Wet n Wild liquid highlighter in the shade Halo Graphic. So now it does have windowing, and it looks like we're here, but I think that's super deceiving. I have used it 3 times in January, once in February. I have a 50 use goal on this guy. I don't know. Ooh, that doesn't smell great. This isn't that old though, so it probably just smells like the ingredients, because, you know. I just don't love this liquid highlighter, to be wholesale honest with you. But I have no more room on my paper to roll in new letters. I'm going to need to try this again at least one more time and determine whether or not I want to keep it. So let me write that down. Give me uno momento. Okay, there we go. I wrote my little note. So for X, we have from Natasha Denona. It is the Pastel Plexi, so there's an X there, highlight. I have a 25 use goal, and I've used it 7 times, and those were all in January. And I have a pretty nice dip. I've been using other highlighters. I have a million highlighters and projects, is the only reason why I haven't used it yet. So, next up, we have Y, which is my Yensa concealer, and that is a finish goal. I used it 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 times in January. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in February. I still don't know if I like this. So total I've used it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 33 times. And I still can't tell you if I like it. It has a nice scent because it has skincare in it. So my issue is it's extremely liquidy. It is a very liquidy, thin formula, which I don't think I like. I don't think I enjoy that. Because I can't put it on acne scarring and spots because it literally just like melts. It's nice for the under eyes. It really is. But that's the shade and it just feels yellow. Like, it looks a little dark, but it's on my under eyes right now, and I don't think that it's dark. I just think that it's yellow. And I asked Ian, so this is in the shade Fair 2, by the way. So I asked Ian, I was like, what do you think of this shade? And he's like, I think it looks fine. I think it looks great on you. I think it's a good match. I love the glowiness of it. But, like, it's so liquidy, and I just don't think that I enjoy that formula. So we'll see. I'm going to give it another, few tries. By the next update, you'll know whether or not I replaced that. Because this is the last update I'm replacing products. After this, if I don't like something, we're just calling it a gold bet. And I skipped a letter. Skip the letter R. Because I already had it marked out up there. So I need to put an arrow for R. So sorry. So originally, I have rolled out R twice. Because originally, R was the Reina Rebelde palette. Last month, I rolled that out for the Revlon lip oil that I had a 25 use goal on. I tried that on once. I could not do the texture. Doo-dah. Hi, if you're new here. I have texture issues because I have the tism. I really do. And so that manifests for some reason. I mean, it manifests in a lot of ways. But for some reason, very specifically when it comes to makeup and lip gloss. I don't seem to have texture issues with anything else when it comes to makeup except lip products. So, couldn't do the texture. So for that, I've then rolled in, this is the ColourPop Super Shock in the shade Rosebud. And I want to hit pan on it. And I've used it 3 times. So, because I want more of my Super Shocks to have pan on them. Because if they're going to go bad on me, they at least need to have pan. Dang it. So then, last but not least, we have Z, which was the Formula Z lip liner. And it's specifically, because this is a duo, but it's specifically the shade Trailblazer. And I want to finish it. And I think I've sharpened it twice. We're getting down there. I don't know how far down it goes into like the silver, if it stops right there. Like, I don't know where it stops. It is on my lips today. Basically, anytime I wear the Milani Tease lipstick, I wear this liner because I think that they pair very well together. I do really like this formula. I have used the pink once or twice just because it's the only pinky lip liner I have in my basket currently. But I'm trying not to because, like, I have other liners. And if I need a pink, why not just use my red liner? So, I use that, if I didn't say, 3 times in January and 3 times in February for 6 uses towards my finish goal. So, as of right now, that is everything that we finished, which I'm very happy with the progress that we've made on finishing. I finished 5 products in the last month. And I'm decluttering. 1 is going to, like, actually being decluttered. 1 is getting thrown away, which isn't that bad, I don't think. And then I just need to make my mind up on 4 products by the next update. I did write that down. And I am putting that with the update. So we shall see what happens, but that is going to do it for today's video, this month's update. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you're doing this project. I'd love to cheer you on. Let me know what you think of my products, my progress. I'd love to hear all your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, everything in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.